So in 2015, bro, I was facing them 30 years in prison, being misidentified as somebody else. And that was a lot of pressure. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, after throughout that walk right there, man, and being able to show myself innocent, it took 2.5 years for them to even make the decision to drop the case. For a while there, man, I thought it was over with. I ain't gonna lie, because they were really trying to convict me. They had audio and video footage of the guy who was doing whatever he was doing. But he was dark skinned and he had a big nose. So they just, you know, assumed that it was me by identifying me off of my driver's license. So man, I ain't had a lot of money to fight it at that time, but God made a way, bro. And it was while I was in there, I knew what I was supposed to be doing when I got out of there. So that's why I say a lot of people, man, we may not understand it, but when pressure hit our life, it's either gonna push you closer to God or it's gonna push you further away from God. And you're gonna have to make a decision. Because regardless of the fact, the pressure coming, is what you do with it that's gonna make the difference. But you're gonna have something you're gonna have to deal with. I tell you this, Jerry, they told me, says 3 things they're gonna happen in life. You're gonna be in one, about to go in one, or just coming out of one. If you ain't dealing with one of them situations, you ain't living. You see what I'm saying, bro? And so it helped me to understand that there's a purpose for pressure, bro. Anything that we can deal with, anything that we facing, there's a divine purpose behind that, but it's on us to make that decision and take it to God and allow it to grow us from the inside out, man. Because some people don't grow up, they just get bigger.
It's vertical, Miss Tiffany, let go. God said proving this word, likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain, there's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure. Yeah, God said proving his word, likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain, there's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure. Yeah. There's a purpose for pain, there's a purpose for pressure. God said proving his word in life circumstances will test you. He forgave me of all iniquity, sins, and my mess up. It's uncomfortable growth when allowing the spirit to stretch you. Elevate my faith through those mistakes, increase spiritual health. Percentage of the pressure is to show you can't do it yourself. Hard had the pain and that hurt, did your own thing, tell me how did that work? I'm a son of God manifested in earth, giving it to him as I write in that dirt. It's vertical, CC through his son, implement what I've read, exercising the tongue, my words shall speak life to the dead. I move over for him, walk shoulder to shoulder with him. The purpose of the pressure is to bring you much closer to him. God said proving his word, likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain, there's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure. Yeah, God said proving his word, likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain, there's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure.
What's up, Tim? Seem a little off.
No, I've been under a lot of pressure lately, right?
Yeah.
All that's going on. Coaching this team through the championship.
Yeah.
It just seems to be a bit much.
But you know, there's a purpose for all that pain.
I know, but it's hard to see it sometimes. I mean, what if I fail the kids? Then what?
But you won't. You're strong and you're not alone. All of us are standing behind you and the team to win this championship.
I appreciate it.
Real talk. You have to remember that God has a plan for you in this team. And it's like what I be telling Tamika sometimes, even, that we have to think and remember Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Or can go back to Luke 1:37. All things are possible with God. See, the fact of the matter is, whenever we feel inadequate or you know what I'm saying, get to that horizontal point of the cross where things hitting us, where it gets us in a position where we, you know, get a little, not afraid, but we have to stand on his word, because everything we need, he already gave us in his word. And you got that.
Amen. Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
I receive
You
it.
got that.
I receive it. I receive it. I receive it.
Man, going there, your head held high, man. I'm a queen. I'm a daughter of the living God. Did you hear me? Y'all probably wish you had played another team, and then instead of even coming up against us.
Somebody.
You know?
Yeah, I'm hyped now.
Yeah.
I needed that pep talk.
Yeah.
You know, I needed to hear some encouraging words so that I can keep a clear mind, think positive, focus on the task at hand. And to God be the glory.
To God be the glory.
That's what it is.
That's what's up. Get this up. You know what I'm saying?
It's another magnificent production.
What did we talk about before we came, okay? Let's not do any whimpering, any whine or anything like that. We talked about this. Now what I need for you to do is keep doing what you're doing. Get back on defense. What is it? Vertical on me, vertical 3, 1,
There's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure.
P-U-R-P-O-S-E. No, he got one cut for me. I was like Stevie, now I can see. Do it for the vine, I play for keys. Pass the mic and I just might preach. Walk in the sea like Jesus' feet. Open doors like a master key. Under pressure, I love the heat. Now watch me shine like diamond rings. Mind of Christ, I got the tools. Bless me in my mother's womb. Daily bread, so I consume. The devil pressing and that ain't cool. Can't end the march like April Fools. Overcome by the Lamb, we breaking through. Hit the pavement like a gym shoe. Well, I've been through the valley and I made it to the top. Can't stand the pain, watch the healing unlock. Call me Peter like I've been to the rock. He supplied my needs and grace I got. No weapons formed when the enemies plot. Tipping on foes and I can't be stopping. I've been around the world like I'm stirring a pot. Now glory be to God, cause the block's still hot.
God said proving this word likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain. There's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure. Yeah, God said proving his word likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain. There's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure. Yeah, we don't run from the pressure. We love the pressure. We let the pressure refine and define our lives until we come out of pure as diamonds. You understand what I'm saying? Tell what time it is.
Pressure.
God said proving his word likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain. There's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pain. There's a purpose for pressure. God said proving his word in life circumstances will test you. He forgave me of all iniquity, sins, and my mess up. It's uncomfortable growth when allowing the spirit to stretch you. Elevate my faith through those mistakes and increase spiritual health. Percentage of the pressure is to show you can't do it yourself. All had the pain and that hurt. Did your own thing, tell me how did that work? I'm a son of God manifested in earth. Giving it to him is how I writing that dirt. It's vertical. See through his son. Implement what I've read. Exercising the tongue. I want to speak life to the dead. I move over for him. Walk shoulder to shoulder with him. The purpose of the pressure is to bring you much closer to him. God said proving this word likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain. There's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure. Yeah, God said proving his word likes to teach you to test you. There's a purpose for pain. There's a purpose for pressure. There's a purpose for pressure.
P-U-R-P-O-S-E. No, he got one cut cut for me. I was like Stevie, now I can see. Do it for the vine, I play for keeps. Pass the mic and I just might preach. Walking the sea like Jesus feet. Open doors like a master key. Under pressure, I love the heat. Now watch